Yet another MCU star is in hot water for their weirdly controversial takes. No, it's not the anti-vaxxer Letitia Wright or the Queen of Goop Gwyneth Paltrow. Instead, it's Evangeline Lilly, who's promoting a controversial conspiracy ahead of the Ant-Man 3 release. She's the star of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and has sparked a debate online. This all started with an Instagram post promoting a contentious live broadcast addressing the most recent World Economic Forum session. Though this isn't Lilly's first time landing in hot waters. The Wasp actor also felt the heat previously in an Instagram post from March 2020. That's when she criticized COVID-19 social distancing practices. She swiftly expressed regret over this tweet, but her skepticism about prevention efforts seems to have persisted. The actress appears to be playing a significant role in both the upcoming Ant-Man 3 and its current marketing campaign, despite some speculating that her controversial views may prevent her from continuing to participate in the ever-expanding MCU. She hasn't tried to back off from controversies. Her latest Instagram post is probably the best indicator of this, revolving around yet another conspiracy. Evangeline shared a flyer for the forthcoming live broadcast presented by media personality Russell Brand on Instagram. This webcast, called WEF Royal Rumble, was made available following this year's Global Economic Forum annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland. This is the time of the year when several corporate and political leaders meet to discuss the state of the world. The stream is for anybody who has ever been branded a conspiracy theorist, according to the brand's post promoting it. Its purpose is to help people understand what the WEF is up to. Political, technological, and economic elites, including Justin Trudeau, Mark Zuckerberg, and Volodymyr Zelensky, are shown in the image Brand posted. Lilly later shared this image, possibly implying some kind of covert agreement between the two. In the past, Brand has promoted COVID conspiracy theories, aiding in the dissemination of false information about ivermectin and vaccinations. She keeps sharing these controversial posts, but there is one thing she's forgetting: the ramifications of her political posting. Some things are likely to happen on that live stream, even if it's unclear exactly what Brand plans to say, beyond calling a variety of global leaders WEF stooges. Brand's apparent need to be a contrarian will probably be obvious in this situation, and he'll probably continue to tell hurriedly made lies. Russell's conspiracy-filled gibberish will just help to further mask the very serious concerns at hand. Her decision to share such a divisive post demonstrates her continuous openness to talking with extreme political figures. While it's possible that Brand's remarks won't likely be extremely explosive enough to cause much harm on their own, there surely will be ramifications. All this will undoubtedly fan the fires of extremism that already pose a threat to the international political scene. Lilly is merely broadening the scope of Brand's ideas by enhancing his voice. Whatever the actress may do, it seems doubtful that her dubious political views will have any lasting effects on her ability to continue playing the Wasp in the MCU. Marvel doesn't appear to be interested in partying with its controversy-linked stars, as demonstrated by their insecurity about Lilly's prior deeds, though the Wasp may succumb to Kang's strength throughout the movie's epic events. Speaking of epic events from the upcoming Ant-Man movie, Paul Rudd has been giving some big hints. These include some big surprise cameos in Ant-Man's sequel. Avengers Endgame marked the peak of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and there must always be a dip following an unbeatable high. Phase 4 was Kevin Feige's genius pause, allowing moviegoers to relax after Endgame and limit their expectations for every movie that came after it to try to be larger. Since Phase 5 has arrived, Paul Rudd has been preparing supporters to start anticipating more once again. In addition to MODOK and Jonathan Majors' all-powerful Kang the Conqueror making their first Marvel Cinematic Universe debuts, Rudd has been hinting at additional potential MCU cameos in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The film opens in theaters in a little under a month. This will undoubtedly be the largest Ant-Man film to date, both in terms of its scale and perhaps its box office performance. Rudd talked about the crucial appearances in the film during an interview for Fandango. He said that he believes there are some excellent ones in there for those who are informed. Though he wouldn't say what they are since he doesn't want to give them away, he anticipates that they will rank at least 10 out of 10. Fans have naturally begun to search endlessly for every potential Marvel character who may arise as a result of this. That might lead to the same type of excessive speculation that produced a degree of a letdown with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, though. We know that most of the Phase 5 of MCU is somehow connected to one another. This begs the question, does Quantumania have a direct link to Shang-Chi and the Marvels? One popular fan theory suggests a clear link between Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the Marvels, and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Fan favorite Wong participated in some karaoke in the post-credit sequence of Shang-Chi's first MCU appearance, but this was only after he said that Shang-Chi's 10 rings were sending a beacon to a distant location. Fans were certain that the beacon was being transported into the quantum realm, where Kang is imprisoned. Later, the Quantumania teaser more or less confirmed this. This was because one scene had Scott Lang navigating something that appeared to be very similar to Wong's visual display of the Ten Rings beacon. The space-manipulating bangle that Miss Marvel wore, which was seen switching the young protagonist with Brie Larson's Captain Marvel in the movie's closing frame, may also be related to Shang-Chi in a way. It's indeed an intriguing idea with significant implications for the future of the MCU, especially given the fact that Shang-Chi's second film will be titled The Wreckage of Time. Speaking of Endgame, every fan has one question in his mind. Who could Ant-Man lead in Avengers 5? To start it off, it appears that by hinting that his character would have another tale to tell in the MCU, Paul Rudd may have unintentionally revealed the resolution of Ant-Man's sequel. But there are a few individuals that will very certainly be in Avengers 5 for Ant-Man to lead if he manages to escape Kang the Conqueror's control. The first that comes to me is Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld. After being taken under the wing of one of the founding members of the Avengers, Hawkeye set her up to become a genuine hero in the MCU's future. Simu Liu's Shang-Chi is another newcomer to the MCU who has already demonstrated their abilities and gained the respect of heroes like Wong and Captain Marvel. His expertise in hand-to-hand combat is unmatched, and given his difficult upbringing, he will be a huge aid to the Avengers when they battle Kang. It's hard to discuss Earth's mightiest heroes without mentioning Miss Marvel, created by Iman Vellani. She made her MCU debut in the self-titled Disney Plus series, revealing that she is the first mutant in the franchise, a distinction that will undoubtedly be important in the future. Even though each of these individuals is distinct from the others, they are all more than capable of cooperating to defeat Kang the Conqueror. There are undoubtedly more individuals that will appear in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, but for a while, viewers won't be able to predict who will be wearing a superhero costume. However, given his experiences with Kang in Quantumania, Ant-Man will almost certainly be picked nearly overwhelmingly for one of the leadership posts on the squad, if he survives his time in the quantum realm, that is. Anyway, do let me know what you thought about Evangeline Lilly promoting a controversial conspiracy. See you in the next one.